friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Welcome to 6x6 paper pad series video number 8. Now this video is going to go fast because a lot of the things were done a lot of the cutting and adhering was done when the video was turned off. But these pictures are of our canoe trip in 2020. We went through the Colorado River, rented some canoes, and just paddled down the river. It was fun. It was hot. I was frustrated at times because I am kind of a person that follows the rules, and so my husband's like wanting to explore, but it worked out just fine overall. Now I'm not going to be able to put all of the pictures here, as you can see, because there's a lot of them and some of them are kind of doubled, so I'm just going through and seeing which ones would be the best pictures to represent our entire day of paddling down the river. I think I'm going to down the line in the future, I will create another layout, just kind of a photo heavy and not have the story in it, because this particular layout will have the journaling, but we will see. So also I am not only using my 6x6 pad, but I'm also going through following some sketches from a sketch bundle that I purchased at Scrapbook Generation, and it has 20 sketches for double page layouts using 6x6 pads. I am not doing all the 20. I feel like my sweet spot when it comes to making videos and making series are 10, and so I'm just doing half of them. I'm also not following it to a T because that's just how I roll, and I'm not following it by numbers. So if you have the bundle and you're thinking, why does this not look like the sketch number 8? It's because it's not. I don't even remember what sketch number I used here, but I'm just matching it with the photos that I have and the papers that I want to use. So for this particular sketch, it actually only called for one row of photos, I believe, and then the paper pads, just really tiny strips of papers down on the bottom. But because I am using some 3x4 photos, I can actually manage to add more photos than is called for, and so that's what I'm doing here. I think this is the initial sketch. There are some photos on the top and then some clusters on the right, and I'm gonna move it around. Now I have this paper. This is very, very old. I don't even know the manufacturer of it. It's very old. Anyways, I'm going to use some of it. And sadly, I am not going to end up using all of it. I wish I was able to use all of it, because I'm just, some of these papers I'm so done with, but I am just going to work through it. So I'm just pulling out some papers, and I want to pull out papers that, like, I want one of each design. And I'm just kind of using them, like moving them next to each other, so that I know the order of which I want it to go. Of course, I don't want two yellows close together. I want the designs as spread apart as possible. And then I'm just cutting the strips that was the measurement that was told in the sketch. Now I'm also going to be adding some borders on the top, and I intentionally use that multicolored strip paper just so that it will have a good representation of the colors that I am going to add on the bottom of the layout. And as you can see, I am deviating from my normal white cardstock. I was using a lot of white cardstock, and so I felt like there's a need to kind of switch things up. So now I've adhered all of the photos. I've adhered the paper strips. I think they're like 2x4. And then also that tiny 1/4 inch strip of paper, just to kind of create a border between my photos and the rest of the layout. Now I'm adding my title, and the title will just spell Paddle Down the River. And I'm using these very old basic gray chipboard letters, and I am just going to spell the letters. Now I've noticed that when I lay my letters, even though they're black. They're not standing out very well against those bold pattern papers. So I decided to add a block of vellum in between the title and the papers, just to make that stand out, and I like how that works. And then I did, so I don't have capital D's anymore in this chipboard, which is so amazing because I still have two packages of that. But I ended up just flipping over the capital P's to make my D's. And then I also added my pre-printed journaling. And again, I'm just talking about our paddling down the Colorado River from the Hoover Dam. And we did rent, like I said, we rent our paddles. And so, because, we were coming from Colorado and we didn't want to take all of our items in our car. So we just rented them out. And so we had a lot of fun. Here are the close-ups of my layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.